Hey guys, this is Pig of the Hut, and this is my Kenjutsu guide for Mortal Kombat X. Straight off the bat, this variation is designed to be the 50-50 variation for Kenshi. He gains the back 2, a forward 2, and a back 3, and a 3-1-1. And all the other basic tools that he gains with his sword are pretty useless. In fact, the back 2 is very useless, and we'll talk about that later. But in this guide, I will show you all the B&Bs, the Vortex, the resets, corner B&Bs, corner Vortex, corner resets, some pressure, the run game, spacing tools, down 4 usage, and pros and cons of this variation. So in the Kenshi Kenjutsu variation, he has his back 3, his forward 2, which is now an overhead, and is longer than the down 4 range. As you can see, has impeccable range at max range forward 2 that can be canceled into special, which is safe against most of the casts, and can be canceled into specials for combos. Back 2 is the absolute worst thing in the world, don't use it. 3-1-1 is a mid-mid-low, do use that. For a character like Kenshi that lives and dies off space control, you need to understand how its footsies and movement works. So one thing I want to talk about real quick that I didn't talk about in Possess is that his walk speed is actually, it's average, maybe slightly above average. And something I want to show in here is his backdash is one of the worst in the game. In fact, it might be the worst in the game. Under no circumstance should you ever use his backdash, because usually it won't serve the purpose that it was designed to do. Look at it. It looks pathetic, as you can see right here. Now his run, however, is above average and should be used to create his run game, which is actually pretty strong in the Kenjutsu variation. Now another one of Kenshi's tools that I didn't talk about in the Possess video is the standing 1. It's +2 on stand blocks, and it's actually +4 on crouch blocks, which sets up a 8-frame back 3, and also sets up a 6-frame throw, and also an 8-frame throw if they block it standing. As you can see here, it's 9 frames, and it's +2 on block, creating a lot of cool mind games that sets up his further offense. And like I said, it's +4 if they crouch block it. Now let's get into Kenshi's combos off of his back 3 and forward 2 Kenjutsu specific variation starter. Now these combos, it's forward 2, down back 1, down 1, EX down back 4, jump 2, 4 3, let all hits hit, and then end with back forward 3. And now the next combo we're going to show is the forward 2, EX down forward 1, run cancel back 3 2, down back 4. Next combo is back 3, down back 1, down 1, EX down back 4, jump in 2, forward 3, back forward 3 to reverse screen positioning. Next we're going to have forward 2, EX down forward 1, back 1, EX down back 4, jump 2, forward 3, back forward 3. Another B&B, forward 2, EX down forward 1, run cancel, back 3 2, EX down back 4, and then you do your typical ender. So while I continue to show different variations of these B&Bs, I just want to talk a little bit about the forward 2, back 3 into the EX down forward 1 at max range. It makes the back 1 extremely, almost impossible to connect, especially on the female characters in this game, because female characters and the male characters fall differently. The gravity is different and their hitboxes are different. So it's just one thing I want to point out. That's why you see me sometimes do run in down 1 or run in back 3 2 in these combos. Another combo starter you can do is down back 1, which basically, as the B&B shows here, you can get some pretty decent damage off anti-air, but it's also pretty swag as well. Also you can do the EX down back 1, and you can get different follow-ups as well because the gravity is much better. Now here are some more examples of what I was talking about earlier about running cancel 4-2-1 when you hit someone at max range into the special. You can also do it if you hit them up close. It's really whatever you want to do, but I'm just showing you guys other variations that are easier, that do slightly less damage, that will give you the 10 out of 10 rule that I preach about constantly. So this is just to show you guys different variations of combos of things that you can do, 1-bar variety, 2-bar variety, and just give you guys some food for thought. Now, another thing I want to talk about is any combos in down back 4 leaves your opponent at perfect range for a down 4 check, a down 4 into push, or a down 4 into down forward 1, which is a quick low to overhead. Now, Kenshi also has a reflect, and it keeps the same properties as the move as if it were to hit you. So I'm just showing here that you can get some really nice swaggy 1 and 2 bar combos if you reflect something like Reptile's Ball or Ermac's Soul Ball, or the combos aren't as strong with Sub-Zero's Ice because they have different properties, but the Soul Ball especially, if you reflect it and Ermac's not expecting it, then you're going to punish him for huge damage. Now we're going to look at the Kenshi Kenjutsu Vortex, or reset, if you will. Run cancel into back 3-2, EX down back 4. You got 35%, and notice I ended it with a down 1, which is plus 18. And then I went for the back 3 1 bar combo and ended up getting upwards to around 65% damage. Also note that I left them at the down back 4 range, which allows me to down 4, down forward 1, or down 4 push on Oki. And that, what I just showed you, is a 46% combo if you chose to not go with the Vortex reset route. You'd go for your guaranteed damage of 46% for 2 bar, or you can go for upwards of 60% damage with 3 bars for the reset. And this is the down 1, and it shows that it's plus on hit. Now let's go back to space control. Let's look at down forward 1, which is minus 10 on block. I've got Sub-Zero reversal EX slide, which punishes it. Of course, it punishes it, right? Well, let's try mid-range. Okay, he punishes it. Now, what if we do down 4? Nah, doesn't work either. But let me show you what does work. Max range down forward 1 cannot punish it. So what are we going to do about that? We're going to use that in footsies, block it, and then we're going to punish it every single time that we bait attack. Now that's an extremely fast special attack, and if you can learn how to space your down forward 1 properly, then you can bait a fake, or you can bait a bad reversal every time for a full combo punish. That can best be set up off of the 3-1-1 knockdown. Notice I'm going to do 3-1-1 knockdown, and I'm then going to put the computer on reversal slide, and notice I did a slight step back, because that's all it takes to get a full 1 bar punish on basically a reversal bait. Now, down forward push can be punished. It's not as strong as people think. A lot of people said that his push is safe. That's actually very incorrect. It just has a lot of block stun and pushback, and it looks like it can't be punished. But unlike Possessed, the Kenjutsu push off of down forward can be punished. Now here's what I harp about all the time. Back forward 3. Everyone wants to talk about how this is an overly dominant move because it hits full screen. Well, if you guys will just take a minute out of your day and look what I'm doing right now, I'm neutral crouching. And it's minus 51 on whiff. It gives you enough time mid-screen and 3/4 screen to dash in and do a back 2 combo. And you can do a dash in back 3/3 combo. And notice that I recorded him to crouch block every single time after it, and he can't recover in time. Now here's another problem with Kenshi Kenjutsu. If I use my EX down forward 1 move to basically anti-air you, I cannot combo. It does not recapture you. The gravity is extremely annoying, extremely strong, and it doesn't hit you. So I don't get anything off of it. Now, one thing I want to show you that really bothers me about this variation is down back 1 whiffs as an anti-air unless you are a freaking Jedi of spacing, and you literally have to be on the perfect line for it to anti-air. So typically, even if you see a jump punch coming at you, you can do, oh, and it gets stuffed too, look at that. You have to be about 3/4 screen away to even anti-air somebody, but who the hell is going to be jumping at you 3/4 screen away? You know, you could argue Kotal because of his jump attacks in Quan, but this move that was designed as a dragon punch, like in a Street Fighter realm, you know, it doesn't even anti-air well. And if you do EX down forward 1 like I'm doing here, you don't have any frames of recovery to where you can combo off of it. So you're forced to anti-air from 3/4 screen away, which, like I said, no one's jumping 3/4 screen away at the opponent. So typically the range in which people jump at, down back 1 and EX down back 1 become useless. Now what you can do is EX down back 4, and that's probably the best option, but you better be right because it's minus 29 on block. The good thing about hit is you do get some pretty decent damage with the EX down back 4. Okay, now let's talk a little bit more about Kenshi's pressure. 4-2 is +2, 4-2-1 is +2, and if you want to build meter, you can try to do 4-2 push or 4-2-1 push. And although push is -14, not many people can punish that because of the pushback and the block stun. It makes it very difficult, but it also sets up your down 4 game. You also have 3-3-1, which is mid-mid-low, and you can do 3-3 down forward 1 and EX down forward 1, which creates a 50-50 guess of mid-mid overhead or mid-mid low. And the EX obviously launches for a combo. Now, after you hit someone with down back 4, it leaves you at perfect max range for forward 2 and another down 4 check. Also, his run game, you can do run game push, run game throw, run game forward 2, or run game back 3, or run game standing 1 into one of those options, because remember, like I said before, it's +2 on standing and +4 on crouch blockers. So I do think the run game is relatively really strong. You can do run down forward push, which is punishable by most, but you can also do down 4 down forward 1, and that's a quick low overhead mix. And you can also do run 3-1-1, which sets up the step back down forward 1 to make it safe. Now this move is utterly garbage. Under no circumstance should you ever do this god-awful, heart-burning garbage move. It's 27 frames of startup and -18 on block. Hot garbage. Don't use it. Now the next thing I want to show you guys is just some other combos here. And this is about screen control. Notice I ended my combo with down back 4, but let's say you combo someone this way. I'm going to want to end with back forward 3. You want to use back forward 3 as a combo ender to throw them back to the corner, giving your back the best amount of space. And you do down back 4 to put them, or to keep them in the corner, and to also set up your down 4 down forward 1 game, or your down 4 run and throw game, or your forward 2 push game. Just remember, back forward 3 is to reverse positioning, and down back 4 is to keep them in the position that they're currently in, and you don't want them to leave that position. It's all about screen control with Kenshi, and it's all about setting up your max range down forward 1 to make it safe on block. Now this is going to be my favorite part of the video. Back 3, down forward 1, standing 1, for jump punch, down 2, 4-3, throw him back into the corner for my favorite swaggiest B&B. Now let's look at the other option of doing the same combo but using the other forward 2, which is the back 3 and forward 2 is your 50-50 starter. 4-3 back into the corner actually does 1% more of damage. Now what can we do with this? The Kenshi Vortex, the Kenjutsu corner Vortex. Going to start the combo, pay attention. Down 1, down 2. Meter burn, throw them, and then you can do your back 3, down back 4 if you want to save bar to set up your other Oki offense, or you can do the full 1 meter combo off the back 3, which is what I'm showing you right now. Remember, meter burn throw is +25, so it guarantees a forward 2 18 frame check or a back 3 12 frame. Let's look at it again, fully extended. Throw them back into the corner, back 3, down back 1, down 1, EX down back 4, and then finish the combo. What are we going to do? We're going to end them in the corner. And we just took 60% of their life, and we left ourselves at max range to down 4 and forward 2 push. I'm going to talk a little bit about Kenshi's push, how it compares to balance and possess, and what are some things that you can do with it. I'm recording Sub-Zero's back 2, and I'm showing you that you can do a 7% punish every single time against his back 2. And also the EX is the same properties on startup, and I'm showing you again possess, you can do it as well. Balance, however, to segue into the next guide, you cannot do it. In fact, if you try to punish it with a push, you're going to get punished. There's enough minus frames for Sub-Zero to walk up and 50-50 you for just trying to punish his 50-50 back 2 option. This is another good thing about Kenjutsu, where he has a 12 frame shoulder, whereas poor old Kenshi Balance has a 15 frame shoulder, and he gets punished for trying to punish with his spacing tool, and gets punished for trying to keep people out, which is a good segue into the Balance guide, which will be out this weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed this Kenshi guide. I really appreciate the response I got from the Possessed guy, and I hope this brings light to the pros and cons of Kenshi Kenjutsu. There are probably some things that I left out. I didn't bother putting in the down back 1-1-1 special combos because I think that's a load of crap, and unless you're literally Mark Hamill from Star Wars being a Jedi Master, you are never ever going to hit that combo consistently in tournament or online or offline play. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be Sonic Fox and you will drop that combo half the time, dropping damage, and I don't want to promote something like that. So, this is how I work. I do 10 out of 10 rules, which means do the combos that are practical, that you can hit every single time, that lead to the most guaranteed damage and the best situations for the Kenshi player. The next 2 or 3 days, I'll have the balance guide out, and I hope you guys enjoy this. And let me know if you have any questions, and feel free to ask me any questions from this guide on Twitter, YouTube, or many of the other social media outlets that you can contact me with. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.